It's Batman time! Hello and welcome to another figure review. Today we're going to have a look at the McFarlane toys. DC Multiverse, the Joker from Batman Arkham Asylum. The other one I got from the McFarlane toys, Arkham figures. After I got Batman, obviously I also wanted to have the Joker. I like this design, and this figure looks actually really solid. So without further ado, let's have a look. Alrighty then, so first things first, you're gonna need the base because he does not stand without it. There you go. Now, overall size of this figure, he stands at about a little shy of 19 centimeters, which Batman had 19 centimeters, so we know he's a tiny bit smaller, which is alright, but he's still pretty big overall. Stands at about 7.3 inches to the top of his head. Now, face sculpt, I'm in love with it. I think it captures the style and the look of the Joker from the games perfectly. Look at this profile shot, look at the sharp nose and the exaggerated chin. Then you got the teeth in there, which are kind of a little bit more shinily painted. It's a weird kind of thing. I don't really know what they were going for, but overall it looks good. Then you got the lipstick, which is a little messed up, a little bit bleeding in some parts. And again, I don't know if they were going for that, but it looks good and it actually lines up with the game if it's not, if it's a little bit messy. Same with the black around the eyes, and then you got the eyebrows, which are cleanly painted, and the eyes themselves. Then you got the hair, really wavy, lots going on, and a two-tone of like a brighter green and then the darker ones, which makes it look really nice. And actually the neck also has some veins in there and stuff. Going down to the paint job on the rest of the figure. Now where they really messed up is the flower over here. It's like they kind of stopped in the middle of it. They were like, let's put some white on there, yellow, and then let's just leave it and do the other thing because there's still some more stuff to do. You have the gold buttons on both sides. Those look pretty good, and the entire vest has a lot of black wash on it. It's maybe a little bit too much, but I'm never really complaining. I'm never one to complain about added detail. So that's pretty cool. Then you got the belt buckle and a gold chain, which phenomenally nicely painted. It's just that there's no bleeding there. It does go over the line. I always go back to it. $25 figure doing that. Wow. Okay, I'm impressed. I'm impressed with those things. And the yellow around his wrist. The ball hinges sticking out in purple. I would have preferred them to do them in black. And we're going down to the pants, which he does not really have the patch. Actually, he has like on one leg he has a patch. It's over the knee. And I think it's supposed to simulate that, but they didn't really mold it. They just made the knee, and they didn't mold anything, any detail on there because you can tell. I guess that's where the patch is supposed to be. And then down to the shoes. And overall, the one thing that does stand out is he doesn't have any lines. Again, going back to this, you can tell there's some brighter lines on his entire outfit, which they didn't do. They didn't have the bright purple lines over here, so it's a minus, but still it is very nicely molded all throughout the jacket. There's so much detail in it that I'm not even hating it as much. They didn't make the gold buttons on the back also, but yeah, still, I can forgive that. For the articulation, starting off with the head, does go back and forth a little bit, does tilt side to side, does go all the way around. Now the entire shoulder piece can be rotated a little bit. As you can tell, there's some soft plastic drape over here, so that moves around with it. It doesn't have the greatest range, but it's alright. Then you got a big hinge in the shoulder itself, so you can bring that up and down. Bicep swivel, just really breaking up the skull. They didn't do the cleanest with that, so I'm not a fan of that one. Double hinged elbow, and the ball hinges in the hands, go up and down. Chest area, and that's one of the really impressive ones. Goes back quite a bit. There's a ratchet joint in there. Problem is, it doesn't go forward really at all. It does tilt side to side, just to really give it a tuck. As you can tell, it just goes like click. There you go. So you get some really good stuff out of that. Also goes all the way around. Then we got the weird leg joint. I say weird leg joint because it should be covered up a little bit. Goes out to the side very nicely, goes forward very nicely, and it does go to the back. But you barely have any rotation at the thigh itself. Then you got the double hinged knees, standard stuff, and the feet, which are on ball hinges, and I have trouble with those because like they keep kind of rotating in there and I can barely see it. I don't know in which direction the hinge goes really, because I don't really get much side to side room. That's it. It's like side to side wiggling, back and forth, and goes around. And then you have a toe hinge. There you go with that. For your accessories, you get a card, which we already had a look at. Has some stats in the back and whatnot. Data, file, Batman, Arkham Asylum, Joker. Yada yada yada. Then we got a gun, simple gun, nothing too fancy. Got some silver on there and a brown handle. It's alright. It's alright. I don't hate it. I don't love it. It's very basic. Then you have two sets of teeth. One's open, one's not open. They also look pretty ugly. I mean, ugly in a way that's they wanted to do that. They wanted to go for that, and they accomplished that. So it's a good paint job. Has some dark black wash in it as well, and it looks dirty and effed up. And then you got a base which has DC logo on it and just a pack, and that's about it. And that's gonna do it. That's gonna bring me to the final thoughts for this Clown Prince of Crime Joker figure from the Arkham series. What I think about this one, I love it. I think it looks, there, here we go again with the part. The McFarlane line has been looking amazing. That's always the stuff where I'm saying, okay, for 25 bucks, this nice little paint job, this nice little mold, totally freaking worth it. Only problem, obviously, as I mentioned, was the flower and that he doesn't have lines on his outfit. Just really would have elevated this figure even that much more, and yeah, at that point I would just been like, totally recommend it. And then we got the articulation, which is pretty good. I can't really complain about it. I especially like the joint they have hidden in the torso. You're not really seeing anything, but you still get some good side to side, some good backward motion. Doesn't really go forward, but eh. And then finally, well, the accessories. It's kind of weird that you don't get hands. And that's really it. He has everything else you really need, the teeth and a gun, but no extra hands. So as it stands, I still like this figure, and I still will recommend this figure. It is a really solid Arkham Joker, if you ask me. Just going by the looks alone, it kills it, and everything else is pretty darn solid. So that's gonna do it, guys. As usual, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this review, hit it up with a like and subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned for more figure reviews, content stuff, and whatever the Joker wants. Like, somebody finish this flower over here. What the hell?